Hello everyone! Greetings from Magdeburg, Germany, Deutschland. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And today I will answer a very popular question and a tricky one. Who is expected to pay when you ask someone on a date? First of all, it is important to pay attention on the background of the person you are dating. If we are talking about a lady from Eastern Europe, regardless if she lives in the United States, in UK or in Germany, in our culture, it is traditional that a gentleman asks the lady out, and even if the lady has decided to be like super modern and she has decided to ask a man out on a date, she will still expect a gentleman to foot the bill. And sometimes men get confused because, well, she has asked me out, so for sure she will pay. If she is from Eastern Europe, she won't. I live in Germany now and I have made here many new friends, many people who have relocated to Germany from Eastern Europe 20-30 years ago, or their parents have relocated here 20-30 years ago and they were already born and brought up here. But still, when we go out, men pay. And it doesn't mean that the lady can't afford a meal. It means that she is a woman and he is a man in this relationship, and she lets him court her, she lets him be a man and lead. So sometimes when we go out, and for example, I know for a fact that she's a medical doctor and she earns twice as much, at least twice as much as he does, he still foots the bill. The lady doesn't even reach for her purse. Same with the United States. If we are talking about ladies from Eastern Europe, like from Czech Republic, Poland, from Ukraine, she can relocate to another country, but trust me, she will get her traditions and her upbringing with her. I know that in Germany it's quite common to split the bills and to suggest that, for example, like in the United States, I pay for the food and you pay for the drinks. And some of our female clients who live, Ukrainian ladies who live in the United States or in Germany, they are really unhappy about this tradition, because it feels awkward to them at the end of the date to pay for their food, not because they can't afford it, but because they were brought up another way. And for them, when a man suggests to split the bill, they think that he tries to offend them, to belittle them. So it's different. It's the difference in a culture. Of course, in a perfect scenario, if the lady invites you out, then she foots the bill. Or if the man asks you out, he foots the bill. The person who asks you out is supposed to pay for the meal. But when it comes to dating, there are certain customs and traditions, and of course, you should pay attention on the upbringing. Most of my Turkish friends, when we go out, and for example, they are married couples, still men pay. Women don't even reach for their purses. Again, it's a cultural sin. So when sometimes men complain that she didn't even suggest to split the bill or to pay for her part, well, it's naive and crazy to expect it if she is from Eastern Europe. If you want a woman to suggest to split the bills or to pay for you, because last time, for example, you have paid for your dinner, then you should date someone from the West for whom it is traditional and it is okay, and for whom it is normal. You should also pay attention on traditions when you are invited to visit someone's home. For example, if people from Eastern Europe invite you over, for sure they will feed you. They will cook a lot, but as a guest, you're supposed to bring something. It can be a bottle of wine, a cake, some sweets, but you have to bring a souvenir. If you know that there are small kids in the family, you should bring something for the kids. Again, it's part of a tradition. And if you will come over empty-handed, people will think that your parents have raised you not in the best way. So again, it's a cultural sin and you have to pay attention on this. One of the ladies who has joined our database recently, she currently lives in Germany, and she was telling me that she went out on a date with this cute German guy she has met on Tinder, and at the end of the date he has suggested to split the bill, And she said that she felt so ashamed, and she saw that all people around in the restaurant were looking at her and were laughing at her because, in her opinion, by suggesting to split the bill, he wanted to show her that he didn't like her, that she was not beautiful enough, etc., etc. So she has paid for her share, and she was really surprised when he has actually called her the next day to ask her out again. She said that the audacity, he has suggested to split the bill, and now he is calling. She thought that he was trying to put her down by doing so. So who paid the bill at the end of the date? Well, it depends on the upbringing, on the culture, on the traditions, and you have to pay attention on this. And sometimes it is better to ask. If you are not sure if the lady will actually pay for you, if, let's assume, she has asked you out, you can ask at the beginning of the date whether it is on her or on you. Of course, if you are out with a Ukrainian woman, don't ask that. Don't ever ask it. It is better to go to a less fancy place if you don't want to pay a big bill than to suggest splitting it. A very practical tip: if you want to save on the bill, ask her out on a lunch date, not a dinner date, because during lunch, very unlikely you will have alcohol drinks, so you will save on this, and usually lunch menu is cheaper than dinner menu. So if you don't want to invest much into the dinner date, ask her out on lunch. This is a little trick that you can use, especially during the weekends. I want to wish you love, and I want to wish you only nice dates without any awkward situations when the bill arrives. Svetlana Muha, especially for Diolli.com from Magdeburg, Germany.